Okay.
Hi, my name is Ariben and today I will be making a speech about baseball. After the audience hears my speech, I hope they will be informed with some good baseball history. The feeling of hearing the umpire shout, "Play ball," might be the greatest in the world. Baseball has been and always will be known as America's national pastime. It has been played for over a century and has now transitioned worldwide because its history will continue to expand. The sport is historic in all types of ways: who plays it, where it's played, and how it begun. I have been fascinated with the sport ever since I played it at the age of 5. I traveled the country because of it. Baseball is and always will be the greatest sport ever created because of its rich history behind it. The baseball fields give a better understanding of the sport, and legends are born within the lines of the diamond. First, I will discuss the history of baseball. Then I will discuss the history of Fenway Park and some memorable moments of it. Finally, I will discuss what made David Ortiz a legend. There are many different theories about where baseball originated from. Baseball has been played for over a century, and still no one knows the truth where it began. According to a quotation from the history website, the baseball roots go all the way back to the 18th century. Baseball's ancestors are two English games, rounders and cricket. But according to other theories, Alexander Cartwright of the New York Knickerbockers created the sport because he was in charge of the first 20 rules of the baseball. 14 of these rules that were from day one are still played in modern baseball today. Major League Baseball took a quarter of a century to establish two separate leagues to compete for a lone title. The National League was founded on February 2nd of 1876, while it took the American League 25 years to be established. It wasn't until 1901, and fast forward 2 years later, the first World Series between each league's best two teams took place in 1903. It has been an annual tradition ever since. The latest World Series ended in Los Angeles when the Houston Astros, representing the American League, defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers, representing the National League, in a thrilling 7-game series. Now that I have discussed the history of baseball, I will discuss the history of Fenway Park. Fenway Park is the oldest stadium in Major League Baseball. It is home of the Boston Red Sox. According to the official Boston Red Sox website, Fenway Park was opened April 20th of 1912, making it 2 years older than the next oldest stadium still in use, Wrigley Field, home of the Chicago Cubs. Fenway Park has witnessed a couple of World Series clinching wins, with the latest coming in 2013 when the Red Sox defeated the St. Louis Cardinals in a thrilling 6-game series. It was not since 1918 that the fans of the Red Sox had seen a World Series trophy lifted on Boston soil. When the Red Sox won the World Series in 2004, they ended the curse of the Bambino. They swept the Cardinals in their homes in Busch Stadium in St. Louis and finally ended the curse. Now that I have discussed Fenway Park, I will explain what made David Ortiz who he is. David Ortiz, a Dominican phenom, better known as Big Papi, is not only a legend of the Red Sox, but of the entire sport of baseball. He signed with Boston as a free agent at the age of 27 in 2003 after having a fair 6-year career in Minnesota. David Ortiz felt his best at Boston. 482 of his 541 career home runs came in a Red Sox jersey. He even racked up more than 100 runs batted in 10 of his 14 seasons with Boston. He led the Red Sox to 3 World Series titles in a 10-year span. In October of 2016, after being swept out of the playoffs by the Cleveland Indians, Big Papi walked off the field for the final time after having a tremendous 20-year career. In conclusion, baseball is and will always be the greatest sport ever created because of its rich history behind it, and the baseball fields give a better understanding of the sport, and legends are born within the lines of the diamond. Thank you for listening to my speech.